the collection record of making 300 designs and patterns of paper jewelry, which has crossed around 1500 designs. And because of that, I have to create a lot of designs on my jewelry. So I practice a lot of art forms, including Warli and Meenakari, and I give the classes on paper jewelry on Warli and Meenakari, obviously in bit class. Okay. So this is something proud to share that I have completed 33,000 students today in bit class. I've taught more than 33,000 students as of now. And I'm so happy to see you guys. Seriously, it's always proud to be the part of bit class. Yes, now I'm going to ask you one question and then I'm going to tell you about Warli. But before that, I want to ask you guys that how many of you know about Warli? So if you know about Warli, write yes in the chat box. If you don't know, write no. If you know thoda little bit, you can write little bit. Okay, no, 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 no. Oh my God, no, yes, abhi tak. This is something, oh my God. Okay, I can see two responses. Little bit, little bit, little bit. Yes, it is from Maharashtra. That is so true. More responses. 80 people in house. Come on. I want everybody to participate. This is not, this won't be with a history class or a maths class. Don't worry. We will do everything with fun, with a lot of fun. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So as I read, I just saw this that a lot of people don't know about it. No problem. I'm there to help you out. So we will be starting off with a Warli introduction and then the session. Okay. So Warli is a very, very beautiful Indian tribal art form. And this is one of the oldest art forms of India. So we should know about it. So Warli is actually originated from the outskirts of Maharashtra, especially from the Sahyadri Range. So these tribal people who reside there on the outskirts of Maharashtra, they used to paint their mud house walls using the rice water paste as the color and the bamboo stick as the brush. So it is a concept-based art form that we have to make the tribal life or village life in this. And the moment we are actually making it, we can see, even we are not making it, we can see the reflections of the livings of these people in their paintings. Okay. So we have to remember this, that this is a concept-based art form. Another thing is that these people used to use two colors. One was the mud color of the mud house wall. Another was the white color of the rice water paste. And that was made on the mud house wall. Okay. Now, before 1970s, the things were going like that. But after 1970s, this particular art form took another regeneration and it started traveling towards the cities. Okay. And the moment it started traveling towards the cities, this art form became more beautiful and more creative because people made it more beautiful. People started making the painted Warlis. They introduced more and more colors to it. They started making it on different bases like paper, canvas, coasters, vases, pebble paperweights, jewelries, fabrics, etc. on a lot of things. And this particular art form came into the limelight and spotlight after that. Okay. Now, another very interesting thing that we have some differences with this art form with other art forms. Actually, a lot of differences are there. I'm going to tell you few of them. Okay, so I can read some comments. There are few people who are unable to hear me. My voice is audible to everyone. Can I say okay, mute everyone. Yeah, thank you so much. All right. So there must be some problem, some network issue from the other side. Okay. So if I'm just comparing Warli with other art forms, then whenever we are making the other art forms, we generally imagine it and draw. But whenever we are making Warli, obviously we have to keep this thing in mind that we have to make the tribal life or village life. So you cannot just add modernization to it. You cannot make helicopters, aeroplanes, buildings in that like anywhere. Okay, so you have to stick to this point. Another thing is that these are the stickman figures. So whenever we are making the human figures in other art forms, we make the eyes, nose, lips and everything to show the facial expressions. But whenever we are making Warli, the face remains solid, but we show the activities and expressions through the body posture, leg formation and hand formation, which we make in the paintings. Okay. So it's a very interesting art form, very, very interesting art form. Now I'm going to start off with the session. And whenever I am starting off with any of the sessions, thank you so much, Saida. That really means a lot. Okay, whenever I'm starting off with any of the sessions, I actually start off with the basics. I start off with the ABCD of that session because I feel if the alphabets are not clear, word formation and sentence formation cannot be done, right? पहले nursery में admission लेते हैं ना, सीधे MBA नहीं करते, correct? Okay, so we will be starting off with the basics, and today I'm going to teach you the basic shapes, basic borders, basic human figures, old man and women figure as well, then bird figures and animal figures. Okay, so these are the things which we will be covering. Rashi, where are you? Can you please write it in the chat box that who are unable to hear me, they can rejoin. And if my video is paused for anybody, please, please, please rejoin. It is a network issue from your end. Okay. All right. So we will be starting off with the session now. And once I am done with my session, I'm going to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. And then Rashi will be telling you about the master class details. And we have a lot of surprises. So you have to be with
Just a second, ma'am.
Yes.
Varsha, ma'am. I guess the video is not paused and the voice is clear to everyone.
Yes.
So what issue? Everyone, just a second. In case it is from your end, the network issues are poor, because we all are able to hear ma'am and see her properly, right? So you can try reconnecting into the meeting. It would definitely be a help. Yeah.
Okay. So now you have to be ready with your pen, paper, and scale. Pen, paper, and scale. Okay. And once you are ready, you have to write ready in the chat box. Okay. So 87 people in house. I can see 87 people in house, including me and Rashi. Rashi, तुम्हें भी ready लिखना है. तुम्हें पूरा class attend करना है. Okay. And everybody. Okay. I can see a lot of readies. I am just giving you 1 minute. You have to be ready. I'm rotating my camera very quickly. Yeah. So I am also ready with my pen, paper, and scale. And we will be starting off with the session now. Okay. So as I told you that we will be starting off with the basics. I'm going to teach you the basic shapes first. We will go step by step. And trust me, all the shapes are very, very important. Two instructions before proceeding. First one is that if you have any doubts, if you have any questions with any of the figures, any of the shapes, you can just write it in the chat box that, ma'am, please repeat this particular thing. I will just repeat it for you. Second instruction, if I'm going very fast in the mid of the session, you can just tell me, ma'am, please slower down, slower down. बहुत ज़्यादा तेज जा रही हैं. I'll just slow down my speed and I'll maintain your pace. Okay? All right. So everybody just write basic shapes. Now there are few of the universal shapes as well, but we actually draw this because every shape, whatever I'm drawing, is used in Warli art. First shape is the circles. And I'm going to use few terms as well when I'm making the things. Like I'm making a simple circle and this is a hollow circle because there is no color inside this. But the moment I'm filling the color inside this, this will be solid circle, then I'm keeping the dot. First is the hollow circle, second is the solid circle, and then we have the dot. Okay. Second, I'm going to make the lines. Now for making the lines, I have to repeat it. Okay, this one is hollow, Priya, this one is solid, and the third one is the dot. Okay. Then now these are the vertical lines or straight lines. Yes. These are the horizontal lines or sleeping lines. I call them the sleeping lines as well because generally people get confused between verticals and horizontals. And then these are the slant lines or tilted lines. We also call them the diagonals. Okay. Next, I'm going to make the cross. Cross. Okay. Just make a multiplication sign. Make a multiplication sign and make the line both the side and then make a broad cross. Now, first two crosses are used for human figures and third cross is used for animal figures. Okay. So we will be just making things. You will understand each and everything. Now, next I'm going to make the cones. Just make a V, make it upside down, make it sideways, left and right. Make a cone and make another cone inside it. So whatever I'm drawing, I am speaking the same thing as well. Okay. So that can be conveyed to you more easily. Okay. Next, I'm going to make the triangles. Triangles are very prominent in Warli or in any tribal art. So we will be making the triangle like this, making it upside down, making it sideways, left and right, making a triangle and another triangle inside this. Okay, so I have to repeat the cross. Okay, so this one, this is a multiplication sign. The multiplication sign and two lines both the sides, and then this is a broad cross. So first two crosses are used for human figures, third cross is used for animal figures. Okay. Now proceeding further, I'm going to make the semicircles. Semicircles. So just make a semicircle like this, make it upside down, sideways, left and right, one line and the semicircle, another one, and I'm making the semicircle inside that. Okay. Next, we have the curves, and there is a slight difference between the curves and the semicircles. And the difference is that the curves are actually not as broad as the semicircles. Semicircles are broader than the curves. So curves are just like that. Do not broaden it very much, otherwise this will become a semicircle. Up inwards, outwards, then I'm making the curves like this as well. Okay, so semicircles are broader in comparison to the curves. If I just compare between those. Now, next I'm going to make the oval. So I'm making the oval horizontally and I'm making it vertically as well. And every shape has its own importance. Once we will be making the further things, you will understand each and everything. You want me to zoom. Can you see this? It's not needed, no? Okay. Now next I'm going to make the eye shape or the leaf shape. Now the question arises that, ma'am, you said that eyes are not made on the face. Why eye shape? So eye shape also represents the leaf shape. That is why we make it. We use it for making the fish bodies, for making the borders. And it is like this, one curve and another curve. Similarly in the vertical manner and in the slanting manner, like this. So if I just compare eye shape with oval, then oval has curves actually both the sides. On the sides, eye shape is edgy from the sides, right? It's sharp. Okay, next I'm going to make the checked lines. Checked lines. For making the checked lines, I'm making the straight lines like this or the vertical lines and horizontal lines on them. Slant lines and the horizontal lines on them. And slant lines with the slant lines on them. I'm just zooming this a bit. Can you see this, everyone? I hope this is properly visible. Writing gandi to nahi hai na? Okay, great. All right. Proceeding further, I'm going to make the spiral. A spiral. Like this or like this. Okay. Then we have the waves. So we make the high waves like this. And the low waves are like this. High waves and low waves. Last but not the least, mango motif, last shape. After this, we will be proceeding with the borders. So I'm going to make the mango, MANGO MOTIF. Mango motif is also known as pasle, and in Hindi it is known as carry. So I'm just making the mango motif. If you want me to repeat the shape, I can just repeat it for you. First one, and here comes the second one. I'm just bringing it close to the camera. If you want me to repeat any of them, I can just repeat it for you. Clear? It is clear to everybody. Fantastic. Very intelligent crowd. Okay. Proceeding further, I'm going to make the borders. Okay. And for the borders, you require the scale, obviously. But we will be making the random borders because obviously I'm not going to do any sort of measurements in this because this is not the fair work. We are just learning it randomly. Okay. I'm going to teach you different patterns in one borders as well. Okay. And before proceeding with this, let me tell you, I told you that triangles and dots are very prominent in the tribal art. So we use the triangles and dots very much. Okay. First border, 2 lines like this. Okay. And I'm going to make the triangles. उद्घाटन triangle से करना चाहिए, triangles इतने prominent होते हैं तो. So I just made the triangles first. So you can make the simple border like this as well, depends upon you. But I'm going to change the pattern because I'm going to put the dots both the sides. And the moment I'm going to put the dots both the sides, the pattern is going to change. Yes. And now I'm going to change one more pattern. I'm going to do the changes one more time because I'm going to solid one side of the triangle and the other side remains hollow with a dot. That side can be the upper side or the lower side, depends upon you. I'm soliding the upper side and the lower side is hollow with a dot. So with this, our pattern again changes. You can use any of the patterns in your borders whenever you are making the fresh things. Okay. There are 13 shapes in all angel. Okay. Now next I'm going to make another border. In this I'm going to make the eye shape or leaf shape. Okay. Eye shape or leaf shape in a slanting manner. I'm just making it like this. Just make it like this. And then again, I'm going to teach you multiple patterns in one border. So I'm just putting the dots over here like this. Okay. I hope I'm not going that fast. If I'm going too fast, please let me know. So in this, I'm going to teach you 3 different patterns. Okay. So first one will be the line pattern. I'm just making the lines in this. And you can opt any of the patterns which I'm teaching when you are making the fair work. In the second one, I'm making one line from the center and I'm making the slant lines like this. Leafy kind of border. I'll just bring it close to the camera once I'm done. And then the solid one. I'm just soliding this. Now you can make any of these patterns whenever you are making your fair painting. Just bringing close to the camera. I hope you can just see it. Yeah. First is the line pattern. Second is the leaf pattern. And third is the solid pattern. I hope that's clear to every one of you. Can I get some quick reactions and yeses in the chat box? That will make me happy. Fantastic. Very. Yes. Any question? If everybody will put the question in the chat box, I'll be more happy. I don't want any.
Semi-triangle के बाद कौन सा?
उसके बाद में
Semi-triangles. Circles.
Semicircles के बाद है curve, फिर है oval, eye shape और leaf shape. Then we have check line, spiral, wave and mango method. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Actually loving it. Okay. Now next border. In the next border, I'll be making the triangles with hollow triangles and those will be clubbed with the curves. I have to repeat the second border. Okay. I'm just repeating it right here. Very quickly. So I just made 2 lines and I made the slant eye shapes or leaf shapes, you can say, like this. I just kept the dots, both the sides. And then I made 3 different patterns. First is the line pattern. Second is the leaf pattern, 1 line in the center and slant lines, both the sides. Like this. And third one goes solid. So these are the patterns. This is the second border. Okay. I hope this is clear, Priya, this time. Okay, just make the triangles in this. You can just respond. Thank you so much, dear. Okay. So these are the triangles. Welcome, dear. Then I am making the hollow triangle inside this. Angel, मैं जो भी बेटा बोल रही हूँ ना, वो मैं draw कर रही हूँ. बस जो draw कर रही हूँ वही बोल रही हूँ. So आप अगर देखेंगे ना मैं जो draw कर रही हूँ तो आपको सब समझ में आएगा. Don't worry. Okay. Then I'm making the curves between the triangles. Yes, thank you so much, Angel. Like this. Okay. So this is the border with triangles and with the curves along with that. Now next we have another border, and in the next border I am going to make the crosses. Crosses. Just make 2 lines again. And we will be making lot of crosses. And you see that we are actually practicing our basic shapes multiple times. Yes. I'm making the crosses like this. And I'm putting the dots both the sides. You can also put the dots in the center. Completely depends upon you. I hope everybody is drawing along and I'm not going that fast. Yes. Correct. Oh, thank you so much. Now, next border has just one line. This is a very beautiful border. I use it in my Warli themes, especially in the wedding theme which I make. Thank you so much for the responses, everyone. So I am leaving some space. I'm making a semicircle. I'm making another semicircle which goes solid. Then I'm making a line and a dot, line and a dot, line and a dot, and so on to give it a semicircular shape. Like this. Okay. And I'm repeating the same semicircle, hollow one, another semicircle which is solid. Then I'm making the line and the dot, line and the dot, line and the dot, and so on to give it a semicircular shape. Like this. So if I keep my scale, you see both the patterns are equal to each other. If you're unable to make the equal patterns, thank you so much, Priya. If you're unable to make the equal patterns, you can make the line using the pencil and you can erase it later on once your patterns are done. Okay. I hope this much is clear. Now another border, and in this I'm going to make 2 close lines close to each other. Fantastic. I can see a lot of responses. And in these lines, I'm going to make the semicircles both the sides. Like this. And like this. Then I'm going to keep the dots in all the semicircles. And then between these semicircles, I'm going to make the lines like this. I will just bring it close to the camera so that it can be visible to you properly. Okay, I'm just showing this. You see, 2 lines close to each other, semicircles. I kept the dots inside that and I made the lines between the semicircles. Okay, so this is another border. We are left with 3 more borders and then we will be proceeding with the basic human figures. That is my favorite topic. Okay, so in the next border, let's make the cones together. Cones, lot of cones. I am using the normal gel pen. You can also use the normal gel pen. No problem at all. So I'm just making the cones like this and I'm going to put the dots above the lines where these cones are connected. And I am going to put the dots below the lines where these cones are connected like this. Okay, so this is a conical border. So if you see, this is Reynolds Racer. And yes, it is a waterproof ink. I generally use the waterproof pens, whether it's gel pen or any other pen. Okay. Then I am going to make 2 more borders, and these 2 borders are the filler borders. Filler borders are the thin borders which we actually use where we don't have the space to make the broad border and we actually need some border over there. Okay. So for the first one, I'm just going to repeat the this design, this cross design, but we won't be making the lines, the upper and lower lines. I'm just making it like this. Like this kind of chain. And then I'm just putting the dots like this. Welcome, Mohana. Okay, so this is one border. Another one has lot of slant lines in it. Another conical kind of a border. In this, I'm going to put the dots like this. And then I'm going to put the dots on the edges as well. Now, these are the edges. Okay, I'll just be showing close, don't worry. Okay. Can you see this? So I have kept the dots on the edges as well. I hope this is clear. Ramina. Yeah. Welcome, dear. Okay, now we will be proceeding with a very interesting topic, that is the basic human figures. Now, before proceeding with the drawing part, I would like to share something. So yes. Okay. So whenever we are making the human figures in Warli, we actually show the different activities and different leg formations and hand formations. Obviously in different figures. Okay. Okay. So whenever we are making the human figures, we actually show the different activities. Like there is a lady in Warli daily life who's cooking food. So the leg formation, hand formation, body posture will differ. If we are making a man who's carrying the stuff from one place to another, it will differ. Please be muted. Thank you so much. And if we are making the god figures, the leg formation, hand formation will differ. If we are making the tarpa dance form, festivity, or we are making the figures with instruments in their hands, then everything will be differing from each other. Okay. So these are the things which we actually do. We make the different body postures, different leg formations and hand formations. So we are starting off with the basics, obviously. So I'm going to teach you the standing figures first. And I'm going to teach you 4 different kinds of leg formations which we make whenever a person is standing in Warli daily life or Warli figure. Warli figure, overall figure, human figure. Okay. So the first leg formation is the left leg formation. L stands for left. Left leg formation is for the person who is standing and facing towards the left. Madhuri, I just go step by step. Okay. I don't go fast. All right. So the left leg formation is for the person who is standing and facing towards the left. Just make a small slant line. Big slant line, a small slant line. Similarly, the other one. This is the left leg formation. Just opposite to it is the right leg formation. A person is standing and facing towards the right, and we make the right leg formation. Then we have the straight leg formation. The legs are like this. So person is standing straight and legs are not in function. It's not in a moving position. Then we have the front leg formation. In this, the legs are in the moving position. Okay. I mean, it's working. The legs are working. So these are the leg formations which we actually make for the standing figures. First one is the left leg formation. Second is the right leg formation. Third is the straight leg formation. And last one is the front leg formation. So now we will be making the first figure of Warli, the most important figure, which is the figure of the man. Because whenever we are learning how to make the figure of the man, we can easily make the figure of the boy, figure of the girl, figure of the women, because the figure remains the same, but we bring the changes with the hairstyles. Okay. So we bring the changes with the hairstyles when we are talking about the genders, and we bring the changes with the activities, with the body postures, leg formation, hand formation, when we are talking about the activities actually. Okay. So here comes the first figure, solid circle. Now all the basic shapes will be used over here. Solid circle for the head, straight line for the neck, horizontal line for the shoulders. Here comes the cross. Just solid this portion as well. Like this. Last one. Okay, I'm just showing it to you. Can you see this? This is a mixture of left and right. One left leg formation, one right. This is the front leg formation. Okay. Okay, so I made it till here. Then slant, big line, small line. Slant, big line, slant, a small line. Like this. And then the left leg formation I'm making, you can make any of these, whatever I have taught to you. So this is the first figure and this is the figure of a man. Okay. This is the most important figure. Now, second figure will be of a boy. So whenever we are making a boy with a man or women in Warli daily life, we make the boy's height shorter and there are some changes with his hairstyle. So I'm just making a short heighted same figure next to the man. It is the same figure, but it is short heighted. Just making it like this. Okay. Now I'm making his hand like he's holding the hand of his father. Another hand is like this. Okay. And I'm making the lines on his head. I will just bring it close to the camera so that everybody can see this. One moment. Yeah. Can you see this? Some lines on his head. This brings the change. This is a boy. Okay. And now next, what I have to repeat, Megha, can you please tell me? Next, I'm going to make the figure of a woman. Again, make the figure of the man for that. Just make the figure of the man again. And after that, again, we will be bringing some changes with the hairstyle. So for making it a woman, just make a bun over here. Like this. The moment you will make the bun, this will be a woman. Just bring it close to the camera. Okay, I have to repeat the boy's figure. Okay. So I just made the simple man's figure. Just making it right here. I just made the simple man's figure like this. Okay. यहाँ पे मैंने hand formation change किया है because the boy was holding the hand of his father. But if you have to make the figure, just make the lines on his head. So if I'm just bringing it close to the camera, I just change the hand formation right here. One hand formation only. Okay. I hope this is clear, Neha. Then I am going to make three different formations, three different phases of the girls. First will be the little girl, second will be the young girl, and third one will be an adult girl. Neha, you can respond in the chat box, please. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. The little girl, again, the figure of the man has to be drawn. Just make the figure of the man again. So you are also practicing the figure again and again. You're making it again and again, so you are practicing. For making it a little girl, just make two side ponies like this. And this will be the little girl. Okay. Now the young girl, again the figure of the man. And in the young girl, the only difference is that in the little girl, we make two side ponies. And in the young girl, we make one side pony only. Okay. This is the young girl. And for an adult girl, again, I'm making the figure of the man. Do not make the hands. We will be doing some changes with the hand formation. Just make the figure of the man. Do not make the hands. Make the legs like this. And make one side pony like we have made in the young girl. Now you see in all the figures, the hands are close to the body. Okay. In an adult girl, the hands will be a bit far from the body because I'm going to make two lines over here to show that she is wearing a dupatta. This shows that this is an adult girl. Okay, interesting. I can see the smile on Anuradha's face. All right. Okay, now after this, we have very, very interesting figures. Those are the figures of an old man and women. Now, I say very, very interesting because when we are making the old man's and women's figure, everything is going to change. Starting from the neck formation, body posture, hand formation, leg formation, everything. Okay. So, I'm going to teach you three different phases and I have decoded all the figures to make it easier for my dear students. So, again, I have decoded. So I'm going to make the figures and I have decoded all the figures. So just write old man / women. And it's maybe we have three phases. We have three different phases, an old man and women as well. First, old man has a straight back. Second, old man has a humpy back. And third, old man has a very tilted back. Okay, but don't worry. I'm going to tell you the tricks to make it. For the first old man, just make a K. Make a K like this. This will be the first old man. Make a line both the sides and solid the parts. Now this is the body posture. Okay. Now make a straight neckline and make the head like this. And this time the leg formation will be right leg formation. This person is facing towards the right. This is the right leg formation. Hands will be towards the right. Both the hands will be towards the right this time. But then again the technique, I'm making a V and I'm making another V just below this. And then I'm making a curve and the stick. So this is an old man with the straight back. Okay. You want to see the left side of the page. My page is not visible properly. I hope it is visible. Young boy. Okay. Okay. So this
Ma'am,
was the old man.
ma'am, can you repeat the old man figure, please?
Definitely I can repeat. I'm just making a K, making the lines both the sides. I'm going to solid this and I'm going to solid this as well. And I'm making one line in the center for the neck. Here comes the head. Right leg formation. For making the hand, just make a V, make another V, and make the curve and the line for the stick. I hope this is clear this time, right? To
Thank you, ma'am.
everybody. Thank you so much. Okay. Now next, we will be using the hollow circles as well. There are a lot of figures in which hollow circles and hollow things are also used. Okay. Whether these are hollow circles, hollow semicircles, hollow triangles, everything. Next, I'm going to make an old man with a tilted back, humpy back, which we say. So make a slant line. It's the upper body, so make a small slant line. Make a semicircle attached to it. Okay. Then make a triangle just attached to it. Yeah, this is a lower body, solid each and everything. Now in the first one, I made the straight neckline. In the second one, it will be tilted, so as the head, like this. Right leg formation. Now hands will be towards the right, but it will be like a tick mark. I'm just making first hand. It's a tick mark, not a V. And second hand just below this. yes. तेजस्विनी, जैसे बॉडी अगर अगर बॉडी पोस्चर आपका लेफ्ट की तरफ है तो लेग्स राइट की तरफ है. ऑपोजिट वाला चलता है ना, मतलब वैसे चलता है ना, जैसे आपका बन चलता है. अभी मैं बन बनाऊंगी ना, तो ये मैंने बॉडी पोस्चर राइट की तरफ बनाया है, तो ये भी राइट की तरफ होगा. तो ये स्टिक जो होगी ये लेफ्ट की तरफ फेस कर रही होगी. अभी जब मैं बन लगाऊंगी तो मेरा बन लेफ्ट की तरफ आएगा, ऑपोजिट आएगा. तो इस तरह से चलता है. ओके, आई होप दिस इज क्लियर. And then I'm making the
Ma'am, can you repeat this again?
slant line, semicircle, triangle attached to it. I'm soliding both the sides. Right leg formation. Okay. Slant line for the neck and and the slanting head as well. Now hands will be like a tick mark and here comes the stick. I hope this is clear. Now third old man has a very tilted body. Okay, it has a very tilted body. I have already shown how to draw a young boy. Okay. So now I'm making a bird kind of a thing.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I'm Chinju.
Yes, Chinju.
Ma'am, you already draw a young girl, but
Yes.
in
Boy
young
figure remains the same. Okay.
the same. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Okay. So I made a bird kind of a thing we used to make in our childhood, nostalgic kind of feeling. Just make one line like this and join another line like this. Then one line from here, another line from here. Just solid these portions. Now in the first one, we made the straight neck. In the second one, slanting. In this, it will be horizontal. Legs will be right leg formation. Hands will go more down like a tick mark. And here comes the stick. Like this. I'm going to make it again. Lot of people have some issues with this. I'm going to repeat this.
Ma'am, please repeat again.
Yes, I'm repeating. I made a bird kind of a thing. Yes, I made one line from here, another from here. Then one line from here, another from here. And I'm going to solid this. And this as well. Horizontal neckline will be there. As well as the head. Right leg formation. Hands will be like a tick mark, but it will go more down like a tick mark. Like this. And here comes the stick. So this is an old man with a very humpy back. Now first one is an old man with a straight back, second one with a tilted back or humpy back, and third one with a very tilted body. If I have to make it a woman, I'm just going to make a bun over here, and bun over here. This is an old woman. I hope everybody is enjoying the session. Yeah, if you're enjoying the session, can I get some responses? Super.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Super fantastic. And definitely, because a lot of people don't know about Warli, you got to know about it. And I hope you guys are enjoying. This particular art form is very close to my heart. Okay, now I'm proceeding with 2 bird figures and 2 animal figures. Okay, 2 bird figures, 2 animal figures. Rest we will continue in the masterclass because I have a lot of figures, but I am short of time right now. So I'm going to make the birds, 2 birds. Technique is hollow circle, dot, and the beak. So somebody asked that, ma'am, where we use the hollow circle? Here is the answer. Okay. Hollow circle, dot, and the cone for the beak. Slant line. I have already made the old women. I have added the bun over here, and over here, Tanima. So sorry. Okay. Then I'm making the semicircle, hollow semicircle, another hollow semicircle. Last one is solid. I'm making 2 big slant lines and 2 small slant lines. And then here comes the triangle for the tail. Very easy one. Yes. Then I'm going to make another bird. And this another bird is a cross-legged bird. The bird is actually standing cross-legged. Okay. Another technique. First thing is same. Hollow circle, dot, and the beak. Now you remember this curve? This one. Just repeat the second last curve for the neck over here like this. Okay. Then you remember the mango motif. It's right here. We will be making the mango motif for the body like this. And then I'm going to make the curves inside the body. Essay. Now, as I said that this bird is standing cross-legged, so I'm going to make the legs in different manner. This is the horizontal line, stretching it towards this. This is a vertical line, stretching it like this, and the small slant lines for the feet. If anyone wants me to repeat it, I can repeat it for you. You have to tell me. Okay, and I'm just bringing it close to the camera. Can you see this? Easy? Not typical at all, I guess. Okay, I'm repeating this.
Ma'am, please repeat it.
Okay, dear. Okay. Hollow circle, dot, and the cone for the beak. Then I made the curved line over here. Here comes the mango motif. The curves like this. Now leg formation is very interesting. One horizontal line and stretch it like this. One vertical line from here, stretch it like this. And here comes the small lines for the feet. I hope this is clear this time. Can I get some responses in the chat box? Jaldi say. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. This is a bird which is standing cross-legged. Okay. So now I'm going to make an animal. I'm going to make 2 animals actually. Not 1, but 2. First one will be the goat. I have 2-3 ways of making the goat, but I'm going to make 1 right now because I am already running short of time right now. I have to show you the stuff as well. So just make a slant heart like this. And solid this. Slant heart and solid. Make a slant line. Now remember I taught something to you guys. That was the broad cross. We use the broad cross for making the animal figures. So I'm just using the broad cross over here like this. I will be making it in the master class Priya, because obviously I'm getting I'm running short of time. I have to show you the stuff as well. And then our dear moderator is waiting for me. कि मैम बंद करे तो मैं शुरू हूँ. Okay. So I'm just making the tail over here, and I have lot of animal figures, lot of bird figures, lot of things which are still left. Everything will be covered in the master class. There is a proper way of making the leg formation. It is slant line, a straight line and dot. Just make a slant line, make a straight line and put a dot. Slant line, straight line and dot, slant line, straight line and dot. This is the simple way of making a goat. Okay. Then I am going to teach you another way in the master class. Very, very interesting. That is very interesting because in that the goats are actually eating the grass. Now I'm going to make another figure and you have to guess what is the figure. Yes, Megha, definitely I will share whatever I make. Don't worry. This is a straight line. This is the spiral. I have taught you about the spiral as well. One line and the dot, guess the animal. Jaldi se. Then I'll proceed further. Jaldi. Correct.
Elephant. It is.
Okay, so here comes the elephant body like this, and trust me, this will be the cutest elephant you have ever seen. Okay, I'm leaving some space from below. Making the line, making the front legs like this, and the small legs, back legs. Just make this much. Okay. Then I'm making the spiral for the ear. Make the elephant cloth like this.
Ma'am,
Then
please
I'm making
repeat
the-
elephant.
Okay. I'm just bringing it close to the camera first and then I'm going to repeat. है ना cutest? एकदम आहा क्या रिएक्शन दिया कृष्णा जी ने. Okay, one line, one straight line, a spiral, horizontal line for the separation, dot for the eyes, elephant body like this, leaving some space from below and made a horizontal line. These are the front legs, this is the back legs, then the spiral for the ears, here comes the elephant cloth, and then the tail. And this is our elephant. Yes. So with this, I am just winding up my session and I'm going to repeat my introduction as well very quickly because a lot of people have joined in late. No problem at all. And yes, you have to do one classwork. Hanji?
Ma'am,
Ji?
ma'am, can you show the full sheet?
Yes, I'm going to show you the full sheet. Don't worry at all. You can take the screenshot. And now I'm giving you one classwork and the classwork is that you have to tell me that how was the class. Okay. So you have to give your feedbacks very quickly. I'm just going to show you the full page. Can you see the full page? You can take the screenshot very quickly. And then I'm going to show you the things which I make and I teach in the master class. So I'm going to repeat my introduction very quickly. Jaldi se. Yes. Hello everyone. My name is Varsha Shrivastava. I'm from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. By profession, I'm a handcrafted jewelry designer. I am the expert in paper jewelry. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an online educator and a social activist too. In the field of paper jewelry, I hold a award as well as national record. And I have been awarded from the Central Ministry of India, as well as many state ministries and the governors of 2 states. And yes, I'm also an empaneled designer and artisan from the Ministry of Textiles of India. And it's been more than 7.5 years. I'm working in the field of paper jewelry, Indian art forms, international art forms, and art and crafts. And also it is more than 2.5 years I'm working with this art form, which is Warli. Thank you so much for a lot of love. I can see the chat box is being
Ma'am,
down.
excuse me.
Yes.
I'm Chinju. Ma'am, only quilling paper jewelry, not models. Do you?
I
Like
actually keep the class on paper jewelry as well. Okay.
okay, okay.
Handy. All right. So now it's the time to show you the stuff, whatever I make and whatever I teach in the master class. Something very interesting is gonna happen now, and everybody is super duper excited. I can see the excitement to another level. I'm also ready with my stuff. Just give me a moment.
Ma'am, one more question.
Hanji.
Ma'am, actually, I'm Malayali, so I am not in much fluent in English. That's why the communication will.
No
Okay,
problem.
ma'am. My doubt is,
Mhm.
you only doing paper jewelries, not animals, birds, something like that. Models.
What are you trying to? You can just that works. I'm unable to understand your point actually.
Oh, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
see
please
that
show your artwork, ma'am.
Yes, I'm going to show you my artwork. I was actually getting ready with that. Okay. So, guys, I'm a very, very big believer of best out of waste. Whatever I make, I just try to make the things in a best way. Okay. So, I actually use CDs for making a lot of things. So, can you see the CDs on the screen? I have not worked this side because I wanted to show कि CDs ही हैं इसीलिए. So, these are the coasters which I have made. Yeah, can you see these? So these are the coasters which I have made, and you can also make the same coasters because this is a part of the master class. Okay, this particular dance form is the circular tarpa. I have used paper on this, but this is waterproof. Okay, so I'm going to teach you 4 different ways of waterproofing as well. This is the part of the master class. Then we have the spiral tarpa. This is the spiral tarpa. This is also the part of the master class. I'm going to tell you the technique of making the perfect spiral and perfect figures. Another thing which is the part of the master class. Then I have the cloth. I am just doing some work on the cloth as well. So I have, this is something incomplete right now, but then I have another patch. So I also,
Ma'am,
yes,
ma'am, I'm Nidhi. It's not visible.
you can rejoin please.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, so I have actually done the detailing using the pen. So I'm going to reveal the name of the pen, which is actually working on fabric, and that will not vanish forever matlab ever in life. And that is also the part of the masterclass that I teach both pen and brush techniques on fabric. Another thing which I'm going to show you is the wall frame. So I actually make a lot of frames. You can see this. This is one of those, and this is another one. Yes. Then I have
It is
this.
so nice, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We will actually make the wall frames actually in the master class. And this is also the part of the master class. I'll teach you how to frame this with different things at your place. So sari cheezein na, it will be like a best out of waste. Okay. Another thing which I'm going to show you is the paper jewelry. As I told you that I'm a world record holder in that. I also teach paper jewelry. So this is one set. You see, this is paper jewelry. This is waterproof. This is hard. This is durable. Another one. Okay, so basics of paper jewelry is also the part of the masterclass. This is another pendant. Then I have 2 more designs. You can see. So we will be making the paper jewelry as well in the master class. And last but not the least, we will be making theme-wise pattern painting on ivory sheet. So I have few of the pattern paintings which I'm going to show you. So this is Warli daily life. Then we have the farming theme. We have the wedding theme. So we will be making any of the themes in the master class. So now may I know how many of you are interested for the master class?
Ma'am, please
want to see your thing.
show wall frame.
Okay, I'm just showing it. Can you see this? This and this. 2 are there. 3 actually. Okay, so where we are making the bigger figures, we do some changes. These are the small figures. Okay, I want to see the names in the chat box. How many of you are interested for the masterclass? I want to see the names of everybody. Just write your names in the chat box. Then I'll call Rashi to tell you the masterclass details. Yes. Can I get some responses? Then only I'll call Rashi. Rashi, छुट्टी पे हो तुम आज? Okay, नहीं, मत जाना, इधर आओ. Where are you?
Yes, ma'am, you're here. Okay, so I hope you guys have enjoyed the session. And as I told you in the very beginning, that सबके लिए easy रहा होगा. You guys must have not faced any difficulties because everything was taught in such a way that it was really easy to cope up and draw along with ma'am, right? ये सिर्फ basics थे. These were just the beginning, right? हमने आज सिर्फ basics cover करे. A lot of patterns, shapes, and drawings are left that we still have to cover, right? And about the CD thing, everything that you have seen, the coasters, the circle tarpa, everything you will be learning over there in the master class. And I'll just share my screen with every one of you now to discuss the details about the master course with everyone. So for 2 minutes, just give me 2 minutes. I'll just discuss the details and then we'll take up with your questions, right? So the master class that we are having is starting from 10th of February and we'll continue till 17th of February from Monday to Saturday. It would be a 1 hour session that is from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., right? And total in all, these will be 7 hours of mastery session with mentorship. Now, what are the advantages of these master course? So first of all, meanwhile, jab aap sab log, you will be learning in this time period, particular time period, right? So for this, you will be benefited with a certificate. Certificate will be there with all of you, all of the people who are going to join in. Secondly, what is the added advantage of this master classes that as many of you joined in late today,